Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday. Let's begin in Mark chapter 14, verse 32 through 42. The Bible says they went to a place called Gethsemane. And Jesus said to his disciples, "Sit here while I pray." He took Peter, James, and John along with him, and he began to be deeply distressed and troubled. "My soul is overwhelmed with sorrow to the point of death," he said to them. "Stay here and keep watch." Going a little further, he fell to the ground and prayed that if possible the hour might pass from him. "Abba, Father," he said, "everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." Then he returned to his disciples and found them sleeping. "Simon," he said to Peter, "are you asleep? Couldn't you keep watch for 1 hour? Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. The spirit is willing, but your flesh is weak." Once more he went away and prayed the same thing. When he came back, he again found them sleeping because their eyes were heavy. They did not know what to say to him. Returning the third time, he said to them, "Are you still sleeping and resting? Enough. The hour has come. Look, the Son of Man is delivered into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us go. Here comes my betrayer." I wonder if you had those moments where you're not alone physically, but you feel like no one really sees what you're going through. You know what's coming, or at least you sense the pressure building and your heart starts sinking under the weight of it all, and no one sees. That's where Jesus finds himself as he entered the Olive Garden. Gethsemane wasn't peaceful that night. It was pain, it was distress. Jesus walked in fully human, fully aware, fully burdened by what is to come. He knew what was ahead: the betrayal, the cross, the sneers, the silence. And instead of faking strength, Jesus prays. Jesus never fakes. He always prays. "Abba, Father," he said, "everything is possible for you. Take this cup from me, yet not what I will, but what you will." No pre-written prayer, just honest, raw, pain-wrapped prayer. It gives us permission to be honest as well, doesn't it? Sometimes we think prayer has to sound strong, sound beautiful, like we have to pull ourselves together before we talk to God. But Jesus didn't do that. He didn't give a rehearsed speech. He brought his sorrow, his pain straight to the Father. Raw, real, honest, close. Abba isn't a title you use from a distance. It's what a child will say when they know they're loved, even when they're falling apart. And if Son of God could pray like that, so can you and so can I. You don't have to clean yourself up before you come. You don't have to find the right words. You don't even have to feel brave. You can be exhausted, confused, tired, mad, angry, and still be heard, still be loved. But Jesus didn't stop at honesty. He kept going. "Yet not what I will, but what you will." That line, that's not a passive surrender. That's not Jesus giving up. That's him choosing to trust God when every part of him wanted another way. And that kind of trust, it only comes through prayer. It doesn't come from trying harder. It comes from prayer. And that's what prayer does. It strengthens your grip on God when your hands feel too weak to hold on. It doesn't erase the pressure, but it gives you courage to face it. Jesus told the disciples, "The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak." He wasn't scolding them. He was describing the tension we all feel. We want to follow Jesus. We want to stay faithful, but our bodies are tired. Our hearts are foggy. The only way through that gap is prayer, my friends. Not as a backup plan, but as a starting point, the anchor. Jesus left the garden ready, not because the distress disappeared, but because the Father had met him there. And that's what gave him strength to walk and carry that cross. And perhaps you find yourself there today, your own Gethsemane, feeling like you're barely holding it together, You don't need perfect faith for God to meet you, my friends. You just need to come. So before you go out and start the day, or maybe you're listening to this at work, before you go back to work, pray. Nothing fancy, just honest prayer, because strength doesn't start with feeling strong. It starts in His presence. And the Father always hears the cries of His children. I hope that was a blessing to you, and have a blessed day. If you haven't clicked that like button, please do that. Share so others can find us. Subscribe if you want these videos right away. Again, God bless you, and I'll see you on Friday.